Hello and welcome to Total War Warhammer, and today I do not have a replay of an online battle, but I do have a mod. And this is not any old mod, this is a mod I've created and is now in the Steam Workshop for you to download and subscribe to at any time. It's called Vampire Wars Quest Battles, and it does, as its title says, it adds new quest battles to this list here. It is all lore friendly. It is includes the wars between the vampire counts and the Empire. First with the campaigns of Vlad von Karstein, first in Essen 4, then Mindenheim, and then to the capital of Altdorf. Then to then Conrad von Karstein, the Berserk vampire, sired by Vlad, who went from Kleiberstorf to Nachthafen and then was defeated at Grim Moor, as well as Manfred von Karstein himself, who has a lot more battles than just some weird excursions that CA included, and first was defeated at Altdorf, then tried to take Marienburg, failed again, was ambushed at Horstenbad, and made his final showdown at Helfen, where he was defeated by an alliance of men and dwarfs. But he was resurrected and went on to fight the Crusading army at the Battle of the Boroughs. So, this is really enjoyable to make. I got to research a bunch of the lore of the vampires and read a lot of the books. So, you can see here is Vlad von Karstein. In order to make the quest battles, I had to create some characters. So, he is very expensive, but he is also very good. Just because he is a wizard and a powerful melee lord, he has ability, the von Karstein ring, which I didn't want to make too OP because in the lore it's basically he can't die with it on, but it gives him 100% damage resistance for 30 seconds, which is really good, but it's only one-time use in the battle. And some abilities here. He also has Blood Drinker, which is his sword, which is basically a vampire bound within the sword, so it thirsts for blood as well. And you can see a little description here. The first and the greatest of the vampire counts, Vlad seeks to force the living to kneel before him. We also have Conrad von Karstein. Conrad's insanity only increases his thirst for blood and violence. So he has a really cool ability. He has uncontrollable rage, which means he actually goes berserk, just like the other berserker units in previous Total Wars. You can see that little icon there, and all sorts of abilities. Red Fury actually has in the tabletop. So yeah, so those are the two characters I made. You can recruit them in campaign, and you can play with them on the battlefield. Now, in the campaign, they replace Vlad and Conrad. I couldn't make new videos. I didn't have that capability. But they have little cool effects here and new starting units. Now, I do have a glitch that I cannot fix. Here's some nice descriptions of that stuff. But yeah, I'll go over the glitch. And if anyone knows how to fix this, I'd be very, very appreciative. And I would be able to fix pretty much the only glitch that I'm finding in my mod. I spent so much time just working to try to fix this glitch, but after like 5 hours just sitting at the same problem, I said, screw it, I'm just uploading this mod. It's 99% done. Anyway, so here's Vlad. On the campaign map, they have a vampire lord, a vampire lady, and on the battlefield, we'll see here, Vlad still looks like a vampire lady, and with his unique starting units, I'll fight Dieter. But look at this, super glitched out. No clue what's going on here in the portal either. Like, if someone could look at my mod, see how to fix that, that would be very great if you could help me out there. So yeah, that's the one drawback to this mod, but you can still you can still play around with Vlad in campaign. It's just not the greatest model. Vlad still has the vampire abilities, can go, has slave master traits and all sorts of stuff. Book of Nagash, Von Karstein Ring, Blood Drinker, all the quest battles. So anyway, that was the worst part of my mod. Now I'll continue and showcase the better parts of my mod. So, let's see, what quest battle should we do? I don't know. Grim Moor is probably the hardest one I made. I'll do Knocktoffen just to show you. So, actually no. I'll do Grim Moor. No. They're all, I really like all of them. I'll do Middenheim. So this is where Vlad, you can see here, the Knights of the White Wolf, with their petty righteousness, dare to defy the oncoming horde of Vlad's. After having defeated his army 1 year previously, they will learn what it means to choose undeath over slavery. No one in the wretched town will be shown mercy, for his vampires must feed tonight. And it's led by Jarek Kruger, captain of the White Wolves, which is a knightly order of the Empire. And you can see it's mostly knights. So here we have the description again. And I have my troops, and here are their troops, super upgraded. So we have a little description here, included a pun. So yeah, this is the first time I'll be uploading live footage while I'm playing. It's weird for me, because I'm not used to talking while I'm playing. I'm not going to go for an amazing setup. Actually, yeah. I just really want to showcase it off. Get close-ups rather than be a super expert. But here is Vlad von Karstein next to his White King. He has the skin of just the normal vampire lord, but we can see here he has the von Karstein Ring ability, and it's a couple spells here. He's a vampire. He has the lore of the vampires. So here it is. So I couldn't include audio because it was just too complicated, but I have little subtitles at the bottom. So yeah, serve me in life or serve me in death. This is anyway. I'll be quiet. So yeah, a little context there. A year ago, the Knights of the White Wolf pushed back Vlad von Karstein, which was a major defeat for him, and he was very bitter about being defeated there. So he's coming back, and he's ready to turn Jarek Kruger into the vampire and let the beast out within him. Anyway, so yeah, his motto, Vlad von Karstein's motto, is "Serve me in life, or slave for me in undeath or death." So yeah, a year ago he said these Knights of the White Wolf fought him. Now they will all become his minions, and Jarek Kruger he'll take as his prize. So yeah, my zombies are super slow. Well, what I really need to worry about here in this battle is the Empire Knights. If I can neutralize them, then the battle is over. But here's Jarek Kruger, who is not afraid to die, but he realizes that undeath is a much worse fate. also create some UI stuff there. Let's see here. We can raise some dead if we have enough. Why can't we raise dead? Army's full. Oh, yeah. So we need something to die. Which should we kill some bats just to raise some zombies? I don't know. But here are the Grave Guard. These are actually the bodyguards of the vampire counts. So maybe I'll just throw some lore at you of Vlad von Karstein. So before the vampire counts were the vampire counts, they were just another elector count of the empire. So just like Middenheim or Talabecland, they're just a province of the empire, led by the Von Drax or the Van Drax or something. Admittedly, it was a really messed up place, and it was in disrepair and dilapidated. But at least it wasn't marked by unliving and undeath. So, but that all changed when Otto Van Drax was lying on his deathbed. He really didn't want his younger brother or older brother or younger brother to take the throne. He absolutely despised his brother. So when Vlad von Karstein randomly showed up at the castle doorstep while Otto von Drax was lying on his deathbed, he just said, "Oh, anyone but my brother. Sure, you can marry my daughter and become king." So Vlad the vampire took over Sylvania, and with the books of Nagash, with a page from the book of Nagash, he transformed Sylvania into a place of undeath and vampiric corruption. So that is the origins of the vampire counts as we know them today. And this is how Vlad came to power, just by being there at the right time in the right place. So, let's see what here. I'll send my Grave Guard to attack his swordsman. Might not do amazingly, but it'll do okay. And I'm just gonna keep my skeletons to tie down his cavalry for as long as possible. I say he when I really mean the AI. Okay, yeah, it's really hard to do this at the same time. I underestimated this. But yeah, so Vlad was arguably the most powerful of the vampire counts. And everyone after him was weaker. But Manfred was very cunning in and of himself. And did quite well. So yeah, just trying to engage this infantry and then send up my good fighters here. Ooh, getting charged brutally right there. But at least he's tied down now. Yeah, everyone's tied down now.
To the enemy!
So, the Knights of the White Wolf were all killed in this battle. And Jared Kruger was turned into a vampire. So this being one of the starting battles, it's not too hard. They do increase in difficulty quite a bit. Yeah.
Tonight, I fish.
I didn't really have to use much. It wasn't too hard to win this battle. Didn't have to concentrate that much. But of course, the AI doesn't do the best at using cavalry. And here my zombies just getting wrecked.
The cattle rise against us. Our time is now. You serve me.
So, here's Jared Kruger making a valiant stand for his people, but for the rest of eternity, he will have to face being a vampire and try to stop the urges of blood and feasting on blood.
Vampire Lord.
So another thing I try to do with these quest battles is include units you don't see often and make you use spells you don't use often. So almost none of the vampires have Spirit Leech or other things like that. They have like Doom and Darkness, which you never see. Well, not never, but hardly ever. So yeah, this battle wrapping up. And you can always take these army compositions and use them in multiplayer, but you don't have to.
Slay them!
Yeah, Vlad's punishment after this battle was pretty brutal. He did not like people defying him. So yeah, that'll turn into a mass rout for the Knights of the White Wolf. And I have defeated the enemy army. So, yeah, there we go. So, pretty sweet. And that little cutscene is in every single battle. Empire Knights, or Knights of the White Wolf, doing as good as they can, but I had much, much more troops than them. So, yeah. I'm just ending the video there. But hopefully, if this gets a lot of reception, and if I'm inspired to do more, I will include another mod, or begin work on another mod, which will be the quest battles of Gil Liberton of Bretonia, because he also has some really cool campaigns around this part. That's how we formed Bretonia under the advisement of the Lady of the Lake and gathered his Grail companions. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do that next. But the reason I haven't been uploading videos is because I've been gone out of town. But yeah, really excited to get this out, and I'll see you next time.